Oh. Recalling State of Michigan versus Sean Ripke.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Barroso on behalf of the people.
Mr. Ripke, we mailed you the recommendation by email. It's for a 1-year sentence in jail. Are you prepared?
Mr. Ripke, can you unmute yourself and state your name?
Sean Ripke. But I was told to ask the judge when I came in why Mr. Brown was still on my caseload for my defense counsel.
I just emailed you the recommendation. That's all.
Right. So I was wondering why he was talking about
sir,
my
you
case.
have a copy of the Sir, you have a copy of the recommendation?
I have not received a copy of the recommendation from the prosecution.
You received it from Mr. Brown, is that correct?
I have not received a copy of the recommendation from the prosecutor.
I'm not asking you if you received it from the prosecutor. I'm asking, and the prosecutor didn't make the recommendation. Probation did and gave it to Mr. Brown, who is your standby attorney. Did you receive the copy of the recommendation?
I have not received anything from probation.
Did you, sir, we have a copy of the email that was sent to you. Is your email address at ripkejsean@gmail.com?
You would have to check with whatever I have. I haven't given probation my address.
So the recommendation is 365 days in jail, credit for 6 days served.
I wouldn't talk to anybody but the issuing service. If it's probation, I would need to talk to probation directly.
Ms. Elder, did you speak with Mr. Ripke?
I don't believe I did, Your Honor.
Can you put him into a breakout room with Ms. Elder? If you can give him the recommendation, please.
Okay.
Back on the record in State of Michigan versus Sean Ripke.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Barroso on behalf of the people.
Mr. Ripke, can you state your name again?
Sean Ripke.
Okay. And we are here today for
we discussed how she hasn't provided me with any pre-observation report, any pre-conclusion report, and I haven't seen anything in writing. And she said that she had given those things to Mr. Brown, but he hasn't shared them with me. And I also haven't sent probation anything or contacted them at all in any way.
So, Mr. Ripke, I'm a little bit confused because the last time we were here and there was a probationary recommendation and you had counsel or you allowed counsel to help you, you indicated that you wanted to have.
No, I didn't. It's
Mr.
on the record.
Ripke,
It's on the
I'm
record
speaking.
too,
Mr. Ripke, remember when I'm speaking, you're not. You indicated that you wanted to be sentenced to a year in jail. You have sent multiple emails and to multiple people in the county indicating that you want a year in jail, and that is probation's recommendation.
That's absolutely not true. That's absolutely not true. And I would love for you to put those emails on the record, because that is not what I said. Now I did say that.
We can't hear you, Mr. Ripke. Can you speak up?
But I did not say I'd like a year in jail. Frankly, I'd like the 9 days I've served time credit due for the full sentence with the $125 fine and maybe some.
Well, that's not going to happen, Mr. Ripke. That's not going to happen, Mr. Ripke.
Okay, and that is because we've made a sentencing agreement.
No, I'm not making an agreement with anyone.
Well,
I'm telling you, that's not going to happen.
I haven't seen a written plea agreement either, though that was my understanding.
There wasn't a written plea agreement. We did it orally in court, in person at the 14A4 District Court. You were
No,
there.
we didn't. No, we didn't.
Yes, we did, Mr. Ripke.
I agreed to
It was
no
on
because
August
I
9th,
would have made sure that the
2020.
sentencing
Mr.
agreement was
Ripke?
attached to the plea
Mr.
agreement.
Mr. Ripke, it was on August 9th, 2022 at the 14A4 District Court.
Well,
You
and
were
see, the
then
other thing is,
sentenced.
you guys
You were
have
then,
switched
you're sentenced,
prosecutors.
Mr. Ripke, let me finish. You were then ordered to report for sentencing, and a pre-sentence investigation was ordered, and you disappeared, and we had to issue a bench warrant. And then we've been adjourning this out over and over again for one issue or another.
Yeah, this is really dragging on my life. You know, for the recommendation of $125 in fines and costs, that seems very dismal to reflect 365 days, you know, servitude to the state.
Mr. Ripke, are you ready to proceed to sentencing?
I don't think it's appropriate to move to sentencing. I think that I think that there's been third-party intervention on my case file, and I sent it to my attorney. I sent the proof on a postcard to my attorney. I think that JavaScript.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, Mr. Ripke.
Mr. Brown, is he there? My standby counsel?
He is?
Yes, Mr. Brown, those emails that I sent you of the postcards of the JavaScript of the third-party intervener, the litigation informed these postcards that I sent you, could you please present those to the judge?
Mr. Brown, I'm not sure what he's referring to.
Neither am I.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
I believe that was the email that was sent this morning that I forwarded on to Mrs. Strowski. It was sent to, let me see, I believe it was sent to the prosecutor, as well as it was sent to the 14A3 District Court, Mr. Brown, Karen Barner, the prosecutor, Laura Yagi, Mrs. Strowski, and APA Willenbring. And it was sent today at 12:24 p.m.
That's correct.
What is it?
Well, it outlines third-party intervention on my case file on your guys' behalf.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ripke, I don't understand what that is and what that has to do with whether we're proceeding to
The
sentencing.
JavaScript, see, there's. Hold on just one moment here. My phone's operating. One moment. Yeah. All right, so this is a request for inspection. No, that's the.
Lindsay, can I have
There it
sign
is.
dates?
It says defending litigator self-represented Sean Ripke, born July 17, 1995, address 3016 Grant Lane, Midland, Michigan, and online at ripkj.sean@gmail.com, submits this letter to request a status conference regarding the above reference case. Based on conversations with the prosecuting counsel, plaintiff understands that defendant Sean Ripke believes the status conference would be helpful as shared in raising concerns regarding the Faretta rights and ex parte communication. As well believes these cards recorded are information exchanged by the mode of WebSocket and are bidirectional, meaning the server pushed information to the client, which does not allow direct HTTP. This is evident by the anonymous invoke filters and the absent handle method adapter method assessor for internal reflection of the
So,
obvious
Mr. Ripke, I'm not, Mr. Ripke,
hence the
Mr.
no
Ripke,
pointer that's being made an obvious
Mr.
issue.
Ripke,
Your local administrative order.
Mr. Ripke, you're muted. Mr. Ripke, you don't need to read. I don't know what that is, or I don't understand what you were trying to read into the record, but we're not going to do that right now. You'll need to unmute yourself in order for us to hear you. Mr. Ripke,
I've
we need to proceed to sentencing.
I've provided the proof that that my case log has been intervened by a third party. I've
I don't
submitted
know
the
what that
evidence to
means,
everybody.
Mr. Ripke.
That's
Mr.
not my
Ripke,
fault.
I don't know what that means.
That's not necessary. It's not my
Mr.
fault that you
Ripke,
don't understand.
what I'm gonna do, Mr. Ripke, I'm gonna adjourn your sentencing date. I'll give you two options. You're
Good.
gonna
Because I
have
just
to
need
show up
I
in
just need a little bit
person.
more time to hire a
Miss-
lawyer. I'm almost there.
Mr. Ripke, we've been down that road. It's been 2 years now.
No. I just
Yes,
went out and
Mr. Ripke.
the trees are
Mr.
coming to the
Ripke,
ground.
it's my
with
turn to
Freshuor.
talk. Mr. Ripke, it's my turn to talk. I'm going to adjourn this to June 22nd, 2023 at 8:30 a.m. That is going to be at the 14A4 District Court in Saline. That is going to be an in-person hearing.
All right, I'll bring my own defense attorney. You'll see me there represented.
I'm going to set that for sentencing. I'm sorry, what
Okay.
time do we start that day? Is that 9? I apologize. That's actually going to be at 9 a.m.
Thank
That
you.
will be at the 14A4 District Court in Saline.
Okay, I'll
You
prepare my
currently
motion.
have a warrant out for your arrest, Mr. Ripke, for failing to
Or would
appear
you
to
like
your
to recall
drug,
it?
for your drug test. No, I'd like you to actually do something you're supposed to do on bond,
Well, I'm
like
I'm
report
not
for your
going
drug
to. You
testing.
drugged me out. You're failing to prosecute me.
And we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.